Greetings and good day to you. It's Coach Veronica Marie, and I'm here to help you have a happy and a healthy life by talking about insecurities today. Every human has had insecurities at some point or another, and I don't think there's anyone who exists without insecurities in some area on some level. Maybe not every area, but somewhere. And dealing with these insecurities varies from person to person. Some people ignore the insecurity. Some people live with the insecurity. Some people want others to be responsible for soothing the insecurity. Some people self-soothe. Some people actually resolve the insecurity. I think the resolution of insecurities is the best way to go for a healthier and a happier life. It's not the only way to exist, obviously, but the way to exist in a healthy and happy way is to allow the insecurities to inform us about our belief systems, about what needs to shift in our lives for a better inner experience. Within relationships, I find that a lot of people place heaviness and spend a lot of time soothing insecurities rather than creating shared moments and experiencing or creating joyful shared moments and creating light and love and smiles and laughter. When you harbor insecurities within yourself and make your relationship a space for it, then you take away from the relational health. And let's talk about why. So initially, soothing a partner's insecurity may seem like the way to go, and it may not be a difficult thing, especially if either the insecurity is new or the relationship is new. When you don't have a lot of painful history, when you have a lot of tolerance, then the insecurities don't feel too heavy. They don't feel like a lot. In fact, at sometimes it may feel like a pleasure to help your partner manage an insecurity. But imagine months down the line, years down the line, where the relationship has accumulated painful past history, there's resentment, there's lower tolerance because of it, then soothing the insecurity may begin to feel burdensome. Soothing the insecurity may cause a person to have decreased tolerance because soothing an insecurity takes away from the capacity of the relationship to create things that actually build intimacy and cause the relationship to expand. When you harbor insecurities within yourself and within the relationship cannot expand into newness in that area. And a lot of times, resentments in one area will sabotage other areas. Have you ever been having a beautiful day, a good experience with your partner, and then an insecurity from somewhere just popped up, an insecurity you had been dealing with already, and that moment begins to be a struggle. Have you ever experienced that? Well, that's the result of harboring insecurities. So, because we know that insecurities are human, a part of our human experience, then we need to have ways to move through them and deactivate them, or however you want to look at it, for a better experience within and without. you know. One of the things I suggest is understanding that your insecurities usually are past related. So you have to ask yourself, does this really apply here? If you're honest, a lot of times we don't really know the people in our lives. We don't know their character. We think we do, right? But subconsciously, we do not, because when a hard spot hits, we pull from our past to judge the situation and to assume into the situation. Very rarely do people who are dealing with insecurities give the person, their partner, or the other person the benefit of the doubt. Very rarely, because insecurities are an alarm signal. They're a trigger. They alert you of danger. And so if your insecurity is activated, then you feel like you're in danger. Your body begins to react as if it's in danger. You begin to respond to the person in front of you as if you're in danger. Remember, this insecurity is past related. And a lot of times it's not even related to the person you're dealing with currently. So you got to ask yourself, number one, does this insecurity apply here? And do you really know? Do you really know the person you have in front of you, their character? What is their history with you? And if you find that this is a pattern or part of the history you have had with this person, the next question is what really needs to shift? What causes you to be in a relationship where you feel insecure, where you don't trust your partner's motives, you don't trust their intent, you don't trust their heart? What is causing you not to move in self-care and remove yourself from that space? A lot of people will remain in a relationship in not trusting their partner's character, intent, will, and such, and then just blame the partner. You're like this, you're like that. But remember, our relationships are always reflecting something within. And so if you continue to have to blame a person for something, especially character related, because that's so big, you got to ask yourself, why am I here? Why am I over extending myself within this connection with a person I do not trust? So you have choices. You can either build authentic trust by getting help, or you can shift the relationship, or you can move out of the relationship. But at no point is it healthy or going to lead to a happy space when you are with a person you don't trust. If you find yourself accusing them of things, or fearing that they're doing things, or not believing what they say, or you feel insecure, so they have to soothe your insecurity, or you have to soothe theirs, whatever it is, it's time to self-reflect. That's what that insecurity is saying. It's time to self-reflect. Is it me? Is it something that this person is doing? What needs to shift? Is the insecurity applicable? What do I know about this person's heart, intent, character, right, and patterns in life? All of these are going to help you come out of the space of soothing insecurities. Even within yourself, self-soothing is a coping mechanism which allows you to have some kind of reprieve as you're healing. A coping mechanism is not a long-term strategy. If you know that you are a person who has a lot of insecurities, you got to look at, where do these insecurities come from? Do you need a different perspective? Are you more empowered now? Because sometimes we have experiences where we are living in a disempowered way. Therefore, things are happening to us and we're participating in things that are not for our well-being and not speaking up. So we have those disempowered experiences. And maybe that has brought forward an insecurity. The question is, are you more empowered now? What do you know now that you didn't know before? How are you able to move in ways that are aligned with self-care and self-love. And how is that different today than it was when this insecurity first got rooted within your being? Those are relevant questions. And a lot of times people need to get help. If you've been trying to soothe an insecurity for years or for a while, chances are you probably need help. You need some coaching strategy, something to help you move to the next space in healing. Insecurities are normal, but they don't have to be there. Coping mechanisms are not long-term strategies. You need a strategy. Harboring insecurities within your relationship will create heaviness and take away from your relational experience. Harboring insecurities within you will take away from your experiences as well. So don't allow insecurities to ruin your moments, especially when there's something you can do about it. Identify whether or not you're coping and then get help. Coaching is available on my website at veronicamarie.com. If you've enjoyed this teaching, please do consider subscribing to my podcast and also leave comments and I'll respond to them. I have a few offerings on my website right now. My first ebook is called Self-Intimacy. It's a beginner's guide to self-discovery. I lead you through a strategy of understanding yourself more deeply so that you can understand others more deeply. My second one is called Renew Your Mind, Leave No Stone Unturned. It's a reflective workbook. I give you a lot of journal prompts after a teaching and a reflection about a particular truth or concept. And then the next one I have coming out is a guide for empaths. It's called The Empowered Empath, right? And it's a guide to help you help others in a confident way, an effective way, and stay away from absorbing other people's energies and being drained because of it. So look out for that. On my website, I have a blog offering. So if you like to read emotional wellness related information, you can sign up for my blog. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. My handle on YouTube is Coach Veronica Marie. And that is it for the day. I hope you experience health and happiness every day of your life or grow forward in it or toward it. And that's it for now.